Hi, I'm Keith McEvoy, CEO of Success That Works and founder of SuperCharge Academy. Yes, so if you're a regular to the show, you know that normally I have a decent shirt on, and this morning I apologise. Yes, I'm in my slob gear, but there is a very good reason for it. Basically, I'm feeling sorry for myself because the clocks just went back here this morning and we're shooting at a weekend, which we don't normally do. So tough, you're getting this. And to make matters worse, this is my second time this year the clocks have gone back on me, because 2 weeks ago I was in the US where the clocks went back there. So I've lost an hour's sleep twice so far this year. I'm really sorry for myself. So yeah, so get used to it. I like this shirt, tough. So this is what I want to talk to you about this week. It's about the power of intention and the power of essentially what has happened and how you think, how it really impacts your life going forward. And I was thinking about this topic about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and just wondering, the people I started with in my career in Ford, there's about 120 of us on a graduate intake program, and I wonder where some of these people are, because basically, if you've ever started a company with a group of people, you get to be a very close-knit. We used to socialise together and go out and work, and we'd meet each other all over the company the whole time. And it was a great environment. So I got to know probably about 60 or 70 of these graduates really, really well. And I just had a thought. I wonder, based on what I thought about them then and their attitude then, where has that brought them to in life now? And the reason I was wondering that was, in the last 10 or 15 years, I've been a real proponent of, listen, if you think about things and figure out where you want to be, that sort of happens. And that's worked for me and has worked for all the people I've mentored. But I thought, hang on a second, over, frighteningly enough, 25 years, does that stack? So basically, I chose 3 friends of mine, or 3, actually, to be honest, all 3 of them I've been out of contact with for a while, but I will in the next week be contacting them again, because it's really great when you go down the old memory lane, you remember the great times, and I realised I should be keeping in contact with more people. But anyway, these 3 people, who were they and what were they thinking at the time? Well, the first guy, he was, I always remember, very grateful for his job, absolutely loved the company, real company man, but not in a naive way, in a genuine way. This is what he wanted to do. This is how he was treated. He loved it, and he just loved the environment. The second guy, I learned so much from him. He was probably the first, what I'd call, politician I'd ever met. And his whole attitude in life was, I got to learn more, I got to know more, and I got to meet more people. And he had this amazing knack of actually meeting people. And he threw himself into these scenarios where you'd not normally want to get thrown into, purely because he wanted to learn. And he was always keeping up with you, touching base. Yeah, politician is how I'd best describe him. And the third guy was clearly, the job he was in was just a stepping stone. He was shooting off for greatness, and that's where he was going. He was always talking about the next thing and where this job could go and what other careers are out there, and he was always just an exciting person to be around. So anyway, moving forward 25 years, it was a very interesting to first of all, where did I think they would be, and then look and see where they would be. So the first guy, I was pretty sure he would be in the same industry or in that same environment. Turns out he's actually sitting about 10 meters away from his original desk in the same company, not doing the exact same thing. He's actually moved up a few levels, but that is where he is. Yeah, you always couldn't believe it. It's the same industry, same environment, same company. But if you'd asked me 25 years ago, that's where I would have predicted he would have been, and probably himself as well. The second guy, the politician, I was actually almost expecting him to have done a career change into politics, maybe be a local councillor or an MP in Westminster. It would not have surprised me. Well, actually, it turns out that's not where he is at all. But very interestingly, he's actually moved through about 5 different companies, and each time he's moved, he's actually followed his boss and doing very well for himself, so in really good position. But very much, you can see, oh yeah, there's the linkages and pulling stuff forward. So he's always been moving and following at the same time. So very interesting there. And the third guy, the potential multi-billionaire, very interesting. He has been, probably had about, probably about 20 jobs, but all around the world, US, Hong Kong, Australia, Geneva. This guy, he's English, so all around, and he's got a very high executive position at the moment. But amazing. If you'd asked me again before this video, when I actually sort of went and looked at them, I'd actually thought to myself, where would they be? Frightening enough, they're roughly where I thought they would be. And this is based on information that's, you know, almost 25 years out of date. Mad, eh? Mad. So why am I telling you this though? I'm telling you this because subconsciously or subconsciously, we're always putting out vibes and putting out feelers that other people are detecting about how we're thinking about ourselves and how we're thinking about our future. So 25 years ago, these three guys were putting out those feelers, and no doubt I was putting out the same. Hence why I want to speak to them, because I want to ask them, where do you think I would be based on how you knew me? And I bet you it won't be far wrong. It's just frightening. But we're always doing that. And my question for you is how aware of you, or how aware are you of the feelers that you're putting out? Because basically there's three feelers that you're throwing out the whole time, these three here, that are directly going to impact your career and where you're going to end up. And if you know them right now and you're in touch with these, well and good. You're actually in the minority, but they're going to serve you. For most people, they're throwing out these feelers and they don't know that they're actually doing it. Now, one of the questions I had for myself is, I wonder how happy my colleagues are, how successful they've been. That's actually, in a way, not really the point, because as you're going to see with these three feelers is they were throwing out, even back then, how successful they wanted to be and how happy they wanted to be then. So I've no doubt that actually, over the course of time, that's sort of merged, and they are potentially exactly where they wanted to be. So what are these three feelers? Well, the first one is time, okay? Right now, I guarantee it, right now, you know what's the good use of your time and what's the bad use of your time. And you know it here. You know it here. And how you know it is if you're coming home from work each day and you're feeling unfulfilled or you're feeling undervalued, what's actually happening is you're saying to yourself, actually, I know in my head somehow that I could be using my time more effectively. And at the moment, I'm not. I know in my head I could be using my time to help people that would value me more. And I know I'm not. So it's really important that you understand how you value your time. What is it that you believe you should be spending your time on? And you might be looking at me going, oh, I don't know. You do. You do know. If you're feeling frustrated or just alive or any of those big type feelings, that's a hint that you're either doing the right thing or you're doing the wrong thing versus where you want to go in life. And you've been throwing out those vibes ever since you started in the workplace. So figure it out. Where is it that you want to spend your time on? Get that crystal clear in your head. The second thing is, and this is, a lot of people don't want to talk about this, but you are sending out the signals all the time, and it's money. Yeah. And there's two parts about money, which most people say there's only one. There's only two. The first thing is how much do you believe you should be earning? And here's the thing, is if you put that too high, you're going to be striving for stuff and sacrificing things like time to try and earn more money. If you set that too low, you're not going to have the money that you need to go and do the things that you want. You're going to be all the time struggling or thinking, oh, the worst thing in the world is thinking that actually I deserve and I should be making more money. I shouldn't be in this situation where I'm struggling with bills or not getting what I want or what I want for my family, all because I haven't put myself out there. I'm not delivering on where I think I should be. very frustrating position to be in. So my ask of you this week is to understand how much money do you honestly, in your heart, that you are telling everyone at the moment, should you be earning? Yeah, are you telling everyone that you're going to be a billionaire? Yeah, because if you are and you're not a billionaire, there's a big disconnect there and you're going to suffer with that. Or the worst thing is are you sending out signals that actually you're lucky to be earning what it is that you're earning? You're just so fortunate to have a job. You'll take anything, right? That's sending out the wrong signals too, because let's face it, you have an internal expectation that you need to deliver on. So figure out what that is. And the third one is, the big one to me, is happiness. Yeah. How happy do you expect yourself to be? How happy did you expect yourself to be 25 years ago? Because that's probably still valid. And if you're not feeling as happy as you thought you would be, where did you choose not to be happy? Right? This isn't about, life took... You choose this. So start looking back on your life and your career to figure out when you chose to be less happy than you believed you should have been. I know I might be sounding a bit mean on you, but that's the truth. Somewhere in your life you've chosen not to be happy. And the mad thing is you can choose to be happy again. You can choose to course correct. You can choose to reconnect with what it was that you're aspiring to be and the life that you wanted to have. You've just got to go back and figure it out. You've got to listen to yourself. You know within your heart whether what you're doing right now is happy or not. Yep. Now, here's the powerful thing. If you take a few minutes, and maybe it's a few hours, to go and have a look at each one of these and look back at where you've come from to where you are now, here's what I want you to do is to think about, okay, in the next year, where do I want to be on these? And why? Okay? Because what's going to happen is the same power that's pulled me and my work colleagues to where we are now is going to be working on you. And yes, I'm an engineer, so I don't believe in this big power of the universe and everything. I think it's much simpler than that. I think it's that if we actually connect with where we believe we're going to, then we're going to be more open to opportunities that get us there. We're going to be open to picking up a phone and talking to someone who might help us. We're going to be more open to putting ourselves in a comfortable position that will bring us towards that goal we're looking for. So it is really important to reconnect. So between now and next week, there's only the three things I want you to do is just have a look at where you're spending your time and where you should be spending your time, how much money you're earning versus how much money you should be earning, less or more, okay? And third is your happiness. Where should you be in your happiness scale? So until next week, have a great week. So if you enjoyed this video and found it useful, I've got two things that you can actually do right this second. The first thing is click the button just here and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that means that you won't miss any future episodes from me. And the second thing that you can do is, if you click the button just here, is you can sign up for my weekly newsletters, which have loads of free tools and insights and lots of really cool stuff that basically will help you to go and earn your worth in a job you love with a great work-life balance, because you so deserve it.